Have you ever felt like life kept throwing you the same challenges over and over? Maybe it is the same type of relationship that always ends with heartbreak, the same career frustrations that make you feel stuck, the same emotional triggers that pull you into old patterns. These are not random. This is what many spiritual teachers call a karmic cycle, a repeating loop designed to teach you something your soul deeply needs to learn. When you are caught in a karmic cycle, it can feel exhausting, like you are trapped on a spinning wheel. No matter what you do, the scenery looks the same. But when you finally break free, something changes at the very core of you. The lessons have been learned, the energy shifts, and life starts moving differently. Sign 1 is a deep sense of peace even when you are faced with situations that once caused you pain. Where you might have once reacted with anger, defensiveness, or fear, you now feel calm and grounded. The emotional charge that used to pull you under simply is not there anymore. You can look back on old wounds without bitterness or resentment. It is almost as if you are observing a memory from someone else's life, because that old version of you no longer exists. This peace is not forced. It feels natural, as if your heart finally put down a heavy burden it had carried for years. Sign 2 is that the people, opportunities, and situations that once kept you stuck are no longer showing up in your life. You may notice that certain relationships have drifted away, toxic patterns have dissolved, and old temptations no longer hold power over you. It's not about cutting people off or making dramatic exits. The shifts happen quietly and naturally. The universe has rearranged your environment to match your new vibration. Because you have learned the lesson, you no longer need the same classroom. And without even trying, you stop attracting the same lessons because your energy no longer calls them in. Sign 3 is a newfound clarity about your life's direction. Decisions that once felt heavy now seem lighter and more obvious. You begin trusting your intuition more because it feels sharper, cleaner, and free from old fears. You are no longer pulled backward by the weight of your past stories. Instead, you feel a pull forward toward possibility, toward purpose, toward something greater that you can almost sense waiting for you. This clarity is not about knowing every step ahead. It is about knowing yourself well enough to walk forward without fear. Breaking a karmic cycle is not only about ending something painful, it is about stepping into a new version of yourself, one that no longer needs to repeat the past in order to grow. When that happens, life begins to feel lighter. You notice more synchronicities, more moments of alignment, more experiences that feel almost magical. The world responds to your inner shift in ways that are hard to explain, but impossible to ignore. If these signs feel familiar, take a moment to acknowledge your growth. You have done the hard work, even when it was uncomfortable. You faced the lessons, learned them, and chose differently. That is not small. That is transformation. And now you are free to write a new chapter, one unshackled from the past, wide open to the future, and filled with the kind of possibilities that only come when you have finally broken free.